Okay. And what's kind of the inspiring feedback you've got from, say, investors or tenants once they've invested in one of these properties?
Well, it's always happy, positive.
Yeah.
I've been doing this now for nearly 8 years, so I know my numbers, I know my rental income, I know my product so well. I do the appraisal, so the agents don't do the appraisals on our rooming houses. There are one or two valuers that are the top valuers in this space. They come to me and ask me to provide the rental appraisals, and they use those numbers to then value the house.
Is there any council restrictions or risks that investors should be aware of when investing in a rooming house?
Look, in Queensland, I wouldn't say it's a risk, it's something that you've got to allow for. So in a lot of councils outside of Brisbane, they will charge you infrastructure charges per room when you certify of about $26,000 per room. You've got to allow for that. So it's about $90,000 to $95,000 extra for a house. That's outside of Brisbane. I think there is a couple of other councils that don't charge it, but you must be aware of that. I'm not sure whether that's brought to the attention of all investors that are looking at this space, but they need to be aware of it.
Yeah, okay. So how do you decide which type of floor plan somebody should, go for? Or
Well, we decide that. That's what I do.
based on the land?
That's what I do. It does depend on the land, but what we try to do is be smart about the floor plans, so that the houses actually flow. And I always put myself in the position of living in each house. So I come up with those concepts with my designer, and we play around with those depending on the land. So typically for a 10-metre frontage by 40 metres, we have 2 or 3 different designs and models of floor plans.
Yeah.
But the investor doesn't really need to or care about the floor plans because they're not living in it. They just want to know that the income,
What the income's like.
the income's going to be
Yeah.